If they allowed Sundowns to build a stadium there
in Mamelodi,
because now how na room where else this stadium can be built. Now our government if about red tape reasons about now where must the community must not have a facility. You are but work at traffic, the inflow of traffic. Now how can we best use this facility that you are going to use for it to contribute to the community? What about Europe? That's where they get it.
That's where they get
Bradford,
it right.
That's where they get it right.
And that's where they talk about the pyramid scheme.
You are saying more problem at traffic. We'll build a highway.
It's a catalyst of the economy.
It has that effect. Now, how we deny Sundowns? That's why Sundowns now has invested in Loftus.
Yes.
It's a rugby stadium. Yeah, some shares are
now I was talking in terms of the pitch. So like you'd find it's a rugby stadium. The pitch is maintained for rugby. Rather than
be thick, soft. That's why I want to scrum the grass. Now check a ground is a disky most of the time. The grass doesn't peel away as easy as a rugby pitch. Mari is because only the groundsmen and different levels. But golf, but where there's a surface where the ball can roll until the ball stops. I stop wiki necessarily.
Stop pace
the ball. So I want a groundsman. So Rona the World Cup stadiums though. The problem is how FIFA innately the groundsman maybe they that these groundsmen. But now you are teaching somebody with no literacy background. You understand Hana a scientific background of what he's doing. He just knows if I want the grass to be level, I must poke holes. It's a level. I understand the effect of that fully. We understand
it's just the tick of the box, part of the job.
So hardly presented with challenges, is a problem.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing because those companies that maintaining the same field we talk about, Ball of Stars, Ellis Park, Cape Town. Who's working there?
It's our people. Well, some of them, because I'll take you with the cricket grounds.
Who's working there?
Okay. Those companies that are maintaining this field, who's doing that grass?
The company is a white person employing black people to do.
Who's doing that grass? Who's there literally on the ground maintaining that field? It's not a CEO. It's my uncle. So we have them. Now, let me come in.
But we are not
Let me come in as a coach.
The stadiums that are maintained.
They are using landscaping experience.
Yeah, the stadiums that are maintained by our community stadiums. Renbeck Stadium,
I'm saying the same golf course.
Yeah.
Who's working there?
Yeah, but that's okay. So
I don't want to go to color skin, but you hear me, guys. You understand. Let's not go to color.
But the effort that's put in those infrastructures is not the same effort that is put by these government-owned community stadiums.
Making the playing surface level.
Because they could get those people and give them a market value job, but they don't. And then because now there's this element of not respecting athletes, you then take away from the budgets that athletes must benefit from, and then you hire people that are not as qualified, and the grounds are not maintained as well. I was going to make an example of the cricket grounds. For that cricket pitch, you see how meticulous the cricket people analyze the cricket pitch before the game. it's spots here, cracks here. And when they interview the groundsman will tell you how the pitch must be and things like that. That's the level of maintenance that we should expect for our stadiums.
So it's not kept in that way. You've been to most of these stadiums.
And you've played in them.
Greenpoint, even on television, it looked much better than it looked like a European stadium. Even the roll of the ball never used to wave at Greenpoint. Now, why was that? Today, even at FNB, when you pass that ball still has that effect.
That
FNB Stadium.
That Philemon Masinga goal, in the Risa World Cup. It was that bounce that helped that goal.
You see?
It was that bounce.
People, we are focused on these footballers saying they are not professional.
So you're saying it is the infrastructure around these players?
We are saying football.
So we are agreeing in essence then.
So we agree.
We are agreeing.
We are agreeing with his opening statement.
We agree.
Guys there.
Yes, we agree. Remember,
people.
we now teaching. We now teaching to say we so obsessed to say Bule, Jabule, Benson Mhlongo, Lerato Shabang are not professional.
Have you given them a professional environment?
Yes.
I mean that environment.
Yes.
Remember, when the environment is professional, it's gonna
force you to straighten out.
It's gonna split you out. You won't survive. So why we end up doing what we wish? Because when we go there, we don't. We sorry, guys, man.
Is that why?
Kodlala go Musa Stadium, it's Alexander Stadium. For me, there's a difference. Now, when I go now, Gilodala national team, France. That's what I feel. Hey man, no man.
This is something's
different. Is that why our fans in general don't necessarily compare our players with European and South American players? Because you'll find, I'll take you back to that game, France versus Bafana, where we lost 5-0. About Pogba.
Yeah.
These boys have lost 5-0, man. You've been there, so you would probably understand. They've lost 5-0 to this team, right? It's France. After the game, they go and take selfies with the very same players that they are competing against and that they will be competing against in a World Cup setting, right? And then our fans are like,
the standard.
Yeah, and so that then makes our expectations mediocre because we're thinking, no, we don't compete with those guys anyway. So is that a case of the infrastructure that our professional players are in doesn't allow them to compete with those guys, therefore making them also feel like, okay, I've just lost 5-0 to France, but I'll go take a selfie with Mbappe and Pogba.
I was watching.
When I should be mad for losing 5-0 because I should be going out there to prove to these guys, or hey man, I can compete with you.
Apparently, everybody is not a Roy King. That's what Roy King says.
What does that mean?
Because Roy King is that type of player.
Yeah.
Where he can't accept losing 5-0.
Yeah.
Because you're now playing for Roy King is that he gets mad at everything. So some of us are like that. But
isn't that pride? We were talking about pride.
They are soccer players.
They don't care.
But it's just football.
Professor. Chief. Kikeleza Alex. If I go Hotin, go scale, will I dress the same as I dress Alex? Why? Why I can't dress the same?
Because you want to fit
environment.
in.
There are rules there.
Environment.
It's either you do this or you're out. There are rules there. This is how you dress when you enter the school. There are rules there. This is how you dress when you play NBA. That is why when you talk about NBA players, they achieve more than other sporting codes because they teach them. Oh, not more golf. Sorry, even golf. The sport addresses you how to be in society. Why don't we dress as we wish when we play golf? It's a rule of the game. So what rules do we have? Rugby. There are rules for rugby. What rules do we have for footballers to look decent? We are still supporters. I play professional, but I'm a supporter Messi. So when I get Messi, I shoot again. What are you saying? We don't take.
If you lost 5-0, if you lost 5-0 to Lionel Messi, would you still take a selfie with him after the game?
Chief, you wanted my photos. The only photos you can get are those that the cameramen were shooting.
Yeah.
Me, personally, I don't have an album. I play this sport. Messi is not my idol.
Yeah.
He's my competitor. You won't find me with Messi.
Exactly.
But apparently not everybody is like this. There are
It's the same reason that Saudi Arabian coach during the World Cup 22 shat on his team for respecting Argentina too much. You remember that they were afraid to mark Messi and what, and in second half those boys applied themselves and they ended up winning the game.
It's just football. It's just a sport to other people.